Let's touch on Calipari's
Great,
future.
great hosting right here. Way to host.
Yeah. Well, let's touch on that now since we're already there. I've said this. I've said it doesn't really matter what Kentucky does in the regular season, Rob. Okay, whether they're a
Tell that to the
team,
Kentucky fans that are losing their minds and want
I know,
Calipari fired.
and I get
That's
it. I
they do
get it.
not agree with that.
Here's what I'll say. Ultimately, now again, do I believe in their defense? Hell no. Hell no. As bad as their guards are,
But Jeff, you could
not
say
good.
this for every team. If you get in the tournament and make a run, it absolves all sins.
Yeah.
It's not like that's a Kentucky thing. That's an everybody thing.
But
How
for
many teams look
Cal,
at Michigan a couple years ago where they were borderline not getting in, make the Sweet 16?
yep.
Good year, right?
Yeah, I
Like
mean, look at
everyone looked at that at the end of the season, like, wow, we really turned it on at the end. Great year.
yeah, I agree. I think Calipari even more so because they haven't, it's Kentucky and they haven't done anything in the tournament in so
Yeah, no,
long.
I agree with that,
So
but I think everybody is sort of under that same
you're
premise.
right. You're right. I would say this. Here's my question, my pointed question to you that you can't squirm out of. John Calipari is owed $33 million after this year.
Yeah.
If they lost, let's say now they're dropping down to like an 8-9. Okay. They're probably going to, like today, if the season ended, they're probably
That's
on
a
the 8
talented eight. That's a scary 8-9 for a one seed because of the way they score and their talent.
correct. Like if you're Purdue, like you don't want
That's who you
to.
get. You're like, this is supposed to be a team
Right.
we see in the Elite Eight.
If Cal loses in the second round, let's say he wins his first round matchup, okay, and they lose in the second round. Now, again, now they're going to have a little less expectations on him because their seed is going to be lower than it was if you're like a 2 seed and you lose. I actually think it's a little bit different because, again, fans now are like, they're not going to expect quite as much as they did a month ago. They're thinking Final Four. Now they're thinking, all right, can we get to the second weekend? And then who knows? My question to you is, if he doesn't get to the second weekend of the NCAA tournament, would you make a move on John Calipari? Is it time?
Who's he got coming in recruiting wise? What's his class look like?
They got good players again, but you're not winning with freshmen.
No, I know.
That's ultimately the problem.
But you're not firing a guy if he's got like the number one class in the country coming in. Is my point. Like if you've got
that'll
like
be every year, but
no,
that'll be every year. I mean, it's not like they don't get now. They missed out on Cooper Flag. They got this kid Jaden Quaintance, who I saw. He's a big, strong, like he's young for his grade, but he looks like Cliff Alexander looked. Like he looks like a man.
yeah,
So you got him. He's ranked 7th in the country. He's talented, no doubt. You've got some other good player. You got Billy Richmond, a wing out of Camden, New Jersey. The World Wide West connection there probably helps in Camden. Boogie Flan, who they beat out, they beat Indiana for. He's a top 25 kid. They've got. I mean, here's the crazy part. So they've got it looks like 5 top 75 high school players coming in again. And it's like, dude, like, why? Why are you doing this again with high school kids?
yeah. Why not just go to the portal? I mean, he
Yes.
can get whoever. They have the money to
Correct.
get whoever.
Right.
Um, God. So they lose in the second round.
Yeah. Do you just think it's time? Like, I'm
No,
not even
I mean I could
saying,
see where he could almost be like, you know what, this has been a great run,
yeah.
but this is not. I can go somewhere else and they'll appreciate kind of what I'm bringing to the table. Maybe. I mean, yeah, if they lose in the second round, I could see where it's maybe time. But it's just hard for me to think that like John Calipari, who has been a titan of this industry, could be a guy where the fan base of Kentucky is like, you know what, we're sick of this. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's truly wild.
But if you
But I
don't get
do
past
I
the
do
first
agree. Like
weekend,
the results have not been good enough for
right,
their program,
right.
and that's yeah.
And
I
again,
can
this
see
is a
it.
guy that rose the expectations to whereas they felt like they were going to the Final Four and they almost were
No, and he's a product of his own success,
right.
right? Like this is a product of him being so
Yep.
successful early.